We got some brand new batteries to test out here today. What we're looking at right here is the Turnigy Graphene batteries from Hobby King. Now these are a little bit different than your standard LiPo batteries, and they have a few really nice features to them. So we're gonna go ahead and check these out today, throw them in our 64mm f/16 and see what they're all about. I'm Alex from Hangar 14 RC. Let's go flying. So like I said, these are graphene lithium polymer batteries. So these are standard voltage batteries, but with the introduction of a graphene layer within the overall chemistry of these batteries, it offers a few different things, which is really nice and make them really popular for things like EDF jets and especially race drones, because with that addition of the graphene in these batteries, it allows for a more consistent draw of voltage without losing power or losing voltage while doing it. So really decent C rating on these ones. This 2200 4S is rated at a 75C discharge, which is pretty decent. Also can charge really fast because of that as well. Now typically, when you charge your LiPo batteries, you want to charge at about 1C, which means if you have a 2200 milliamp battery like this, typically you would charge it around 2 amps. Now, these batteries, from what I hear, can charge anywhere between 5 to 10C, meaning that you can charge these things incredibly fast. So I didn't push them to those limits or anything like that because it does kind of scare me a little bit, but I did charge these really, really quick. Took them right out of the box. They were at storage charge right around 35% or so. I had them fully charged, both of them, in less than 20 minutes. So that's a huge plus because that means you can keep flying on these things all day, especially if you have a couple of them like this. You go fly one, you throw one on the charger. By the time you're done flying again, you probably have your other battery charged up, which is absolutely awesome, especially when it comes to EDF jets where you only get about like a 3 to 5 minute flight time out of it. So let's go ahead and get this thing all powered up here. Let's go fly. All right, let's see if these things have enough punch to get our little 64mm EDF jet off of the grass runway here. Oh yeah. It also helps that we just mowed the field too, so let's go ahead and get this thing up to where we need to be. Now, I always love testing out new batteries because in the world of RC things, it feels like we haven't had like a super strong leap in battery technology for a long time. Now, there have been some changes here and there throughout the years, and graphene batteries, I wouldn't say are like anything super new. They've been out in the market for a while now, but it is a really cool technology and something that I think really should be utilized a little bit more because of the benefits to them. Now, when it comes to price and everything, one thing that Turnigy really has going for them is that their batteries have always been incredibly budget friendly. Now, I've ran Turnigy batteries for quite some time, especially when I was younger, because of how budget friendly they are. It's nice to be able to buy, you know, a $15 to $20 battery pack to throw in your airplane, especially, you know, so you can keep flying all day, have a good rotation of them. And so I've always had really good luck with Turnigy. Now, I've always used their standard LiPo battery. So this is my first graphene battery. Full throttle punch right there. Climb into the upright. Doing absolutely perfect. Bring her back down. So first introduction to the graphene batteries, $25 for a 2200 4S battery pack, which I think is incredible. With the additional benefits that you get from this style of battery, still coming in at a really good price, you know, almost half of what you would pay for a normal 4S battery the same size from some other brands out there. I think so far, the few flights that I've had on these things, that they've been a fantastic battery. Like I said, you can charge them incredibly fast. They stay nice and cool. They can deliver that voltage and power consistently. I haven't seen any drawbacks to these things yet. And they look cool too. They got that like green and black color scheme going on. Looks pretty sick. Absolutely beautiful day for flying out here. Had some rough weather this morning, but it cleared up beautiful. Just a slight little tiny breeze. This is such a good jet. All right, we are coming up on our timer here, so we're gonna go ahead and turn this thing around and bring her in for a nice landing. The tiny wheel's just screaming on there. Well, there you have it. Overall, like I said, I've had a few flights with these batteries now, and they've been great. Again, for the price point that they come in at, with them being the graphene battery, you get the higher C discharge rating. You can charge them so much faster. And of course, they're coming in like $25 or so, depending on the size. Like I said, the 4S coming in around $25 or so. I wanted to check the overall temperature. We were running pretty wide open on this thing as we were flying. And just by the feel of it, after about a 3.5 minute flight or so, I wouldn't even call that like warm. Some of the batteries that I pull out of these jets flying the way that I do, they're pretty hot to the touch. This thing is nothing. Like it feels like it was just sitting in a plane in the sun for a little bit. Like it is not even, like I would say, warm. So they do stay nice and cool, which is another benefit. I have no complaints about them. I think they're a fantastic battery choice. I kind of want to pick some more of these up in some larger sizes for some of my other planes here. So we do fly a lot of EDF jets and things like that you are, you know, using a lot of juice on, and I think they could really benefit from it. So if you are interested in checking these batteries out for yourself, they are the Turnigy Panther graphene batteries from Hobby King. I'll put a link down in the description below. Now it is an affiliate link. So if you do use that link, you do pick up some batteries, it does give a little bit of a kickback to me. No extra cost to you, helps keep the channel going, helps keep reviews like this coming, so we can get a good idea of what's all out there in the hobby right now and see what they're all about. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I'm Alex from Hangar 14 RC. We'll see you later.